I want you guys to understand how rare it is for a person to be able to get on the FBI's most wanted list. Well, this woman that you guys just saw on my screen on the right hand side right there accomplished that. As hard as that is to do, she accomplished that. So I want you guys to take a look at this story. It's not super long, but I do want to give you some details and the length that these people went through to flee the country, and we were able to recapture them, which is great. But let me give you the details, but let me give you a disclaimer, and thank you to Mommy of Three Kids. This is her voice.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
And we are getting this story from one of my favorite news sources, which is people.com. So they're right behind Law and Crime because I like Law and Crime a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the FBI's most wanted. Let me read this again. It says, a mother on the FBI's most wanted list for the alleged murder of a 6-year-old boy. She is arrested nearly 3 years after the boy vanished. So yes, the FBI. So y'all see how difficult that is. That means a person had to have went above and beyond. A missing 6-year-old's mother, a missing 6-year-old's mother, the boy's mother, who allegedly fled the country days after police inquired about her son, has been apprehended, the FBI says. The child, by the name of Noel Alvarez, right there, the young man on the right-hand side of the screen, that's actually them fleeing the country right there with other kids, but not this boy. Other kids, but not this boy. Noel Alvarez was last seen in October of 2022. And thank you for rejoining over there on the channel membership. Shout out to Renee. I see you. Thank you. Appreciate that. This boy was last seen in October of 2022. That was a while ago. And has since been determined to be deceased by authorities who announced in April of 2023 that the missing persons investigation into him had become a death investigation. His mother, by the name of Cindy Rodriguez Singh, Singh, was arrested nearly 3 years after the boy was last seen, the FBI announced on Wednesday, August the 20th. The case traces back to a March of 2023 welfare check conducted at an Everman, Texas, a home where police arrived to inquire about Noel and his 6 siblings. Can we get a hashtag babies for benefits? They treated this boy different because I think he was special needs. That is of no fault of his own. That is just a product of having children. It can sometimes happen, but you have to love them. You have to protect them and provide for them the same as any other baby, because they are the same as any other baby. They just have more needs. They need more attention, but they are just as special, right? They inquired about Noel and his 6 siblings, so 7 kids. Y'all catch that? After family members expressed concerns over their well-being, authorities said at the time. So I'm glad somebody saw something and said something. You get on that phone, call the National Child Abuse Hotline, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in multiple languages. So somebody listened. So that's good. Authorities alleged that Rodriguez Singh, this mother right here, lied about the child's whereabouts, claiming that he was with his biological father in Mexico. So while everybody else was trying to come from Mexico to get here, leaving Mexico to get here, allegedly this boy went from America, where everybody wants to be, and went to Mexico, allegedly. Days later, the mother allegedly left for India. She left for India with her husband. Oh goodness. Arshdeep Singh, Arshdeep, Arshdeep Singh. Where do you get a name like that from? I can't even pronounce that. And 6 other children whose ages range from the age of 5 months old to 11 years old, the FBI previously said. Singh is not the father of Noel. So they wanted to clarify that again. I want y'all to notice how much different they treated that boy. Noel was not on the flight according to investigators. Rodriguez Singh, the mother, a mother of 7, was allegedly abusive to Noel, with one witness claiming he was often not fed because she did not want to change his diapers. The investigation revealed that Noel has not been seen since October of 2022, when Rodriguez Singh, the mother, gave birth to her twins. In one of his last sightings, Noel appeared to be malnourished and unhealthy, according to witnesses, authorities have said. After giving birth to the twins, the mother allegedly made comments that Noel was possessed with a demon inside of him and that he would hurt the newborns, authorities said at the time. The mother's arrest comes within a month after her name was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives. So yes, you guys heard that right. Yes, she has 7 kids. Just kept getting plugged up and plugged up and plugged up. She made the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives, where authorities offered up to a $250,000 reward. That's how much they wanted her. And I'm going to say, shout out to the FBI. I really wished that states and cities took these babies just as serious, because I believe this is just as serious. A $250,000 reward for information leading to her arrest. And I hope somebody saw her, said something, called it in, and I hope they get their reward money. I think that would be dope. She is facing charges of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution and capital murder of a person under the age of 10 years old, and that's by way of the FBI. If you suspect child abuse, I'm going to give y'all this number again, because maybe you might be able to win $250,000 as a reward for doing the right thing. The Child Abuse National Hotline is 800-4CHILD, 800-422-4453, or childhelp.org. Calls are confidential and toll-free. Hotlines available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, more than 170 languages. I'm sure y'all are probably tired of me saying that, but I say it all the time. But I'm going to say it because I want y'all to remember, when it's time to use it, you might need it. Let me give you guys the fair usage, and then we'll go from there.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
AFC, please take a moment, hit that thumbs up, share this video. A lot of people haven't seen it. That'll help more people see it and see me without going off the screen. Okay, here we go.
The FBI arrested a mother who has been on the run for 2.5 years, accused of killing her 6-year-old son in the Fort Worth suburb of Everman. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The boy, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez, was last seen alive in the fall of 2022. His mother, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, was last seen flying to India with her husband and her 6 other children in the spring of 2023. She was then put on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. And today, the FBI says she is in custody. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with the Everman police chief about the case. Amelia.
Steve, October marks 3 years since Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez was last seen alive. The Everman police chief said the arrest brings relief, as it's a major milestone that allows the case to finally move forward. About a month after Cindy Rodriguez-Singh was put on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list, federal authorities announced her arrest on Wednesday.
She fled the United States of America years ago and was not seen by anyone for 2.5 years.
The FBI director announced that Singh was recently arrested in India. She's accused of killing her 6-year-old son, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez, then fleeing the country with her husband and her other children. Everman Police Chief Al Brooks said they weren't expecting the arrest announcement, but welcomed the news after more than 2 years of trying to track her down.
Relief in that we got her, but it's not a sense of closure at this point. It just marks the next step into the next phase of the investigation.
Chief Brooks was the assistant police chief when the investigation started. This case captured international attention when the special needs toddler was first reported missing in 2023. It was soon discovered that the 6-year-old hadn't been seen alive since October 2022. Everman police said Rodriguez-Singh lied to investigators, claiming the boy was living in Mexico with his biological father. Days later, seeing her husband and the boy's 6 siblings were seen on surveillance footage boarding a flight to India.
We are invested in this. We are going to do everything we can to seek justice for Noel.
Investigators brought in cadaver dogs and searched the property where the family lived. They even dug up a newly poured concrete slab near the shed where the family was staying. But the boy's body has never been found.
I imagine you have a lot of questions for Cindy. I imagine you all are looking to figure out what exactly happened to Noel. His body still has not been found.
Correct. Hopefully that's some answers that we'll get in the next phase of the investigation.
Rodriguez-Singh faces charges of capital murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Once she's back in Texas, Chief Brooks says Everman investigators will work to get some long-awaited answers.
There's a lot of relieved people to get to this point. Long way to go. We're not going to quit.
We're waiting to learn more on how and when Rodriguez-Singh was arrested. The Everman police.
A major breakthrough in a big case, the missing 6-year-old from Tarrant County. The FBI said he had tracked down his mother, who left the country just before Noel Rodriguez was pronounced missing.
Yeah, he was last seen in 2022. By the time an Amber Alert was issued months later, his mom was gone and flying to India with her husband and 6 other children.
Natalie Haddad has been following this case from the beginning. And Natalie, what have we learned about where that mother was found and what this could mean for the search for young Noel?
You know, details surrounding how Cindy Rodriguez-Singh are slim, but here's what we do know. We know that she's on her way back and she faces a charge of capital murder. She also faces a charge of fleeing the country. And this comes after more than 2 years on the run and even being put on FBI's 10 most wanted list. Now, her son, Noel, investigators say was last seen in October of 2022 in Everman. Months later, during a welfare check, Rodriguez-Singh told officers that Noel was living with his father in Mexico. 2 days later, Singh left to India with her husband and 6 other children. Then yesterday, years later, the FBI announced Singh has been captured and will be brought back to Texas. And as for her 6 children, sources tell WFAA per DFPS protocol, they will enter foster care once they return to the state. Now, Noel's body has never been found. This is something investigators will certainly ask Cindy Rodriguez-Singh about when she is back in the States. FBI leaders do say that all evidence leads directly to Noel's mother, though, as being related to his body missing rather. And while there are many, this is a step forward rather, I should say, there are so many unanswered, many painful questions still need to be answered rather about this case. I'll send it back to you in studio.
Yes, there are, but this is a huge development. Thank you, Nat.
We're going to start tonight. It's the arrest of Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, the woman you see here. This is a case that we've been following for years. She has been on the FBI's 10 most wanted list after investigators accused her of falsely reporting the well-being of her own son. This is back in March of 2023. Little Noel Alvarez has not been seen since.
Our Marvin Hurst with more on that arrest tonight and even getting reaction from the police department that first started investigating this case.
The search for Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez has been fruitless. He was a special needs 6-year-old who in this picture donned cool shades accented with a big smile. Well, he just vanished in October 2022.
everybody. It has touched everybody in town. They all want answers. They all want justice.
Police say his mother, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, lied to investigators about his whereabouts in March 2023. As police tried to verify her story, investigators say that she and her family left their residence here on Wisteria Drive. Surveillance video shows them reportedly leaving North Texas. Investigators say they left Everman to go to India. More than 2 years later, she will come back to the United States to face criminal indictments, including capital murder. A post by FBI Director Kash Patel suggests she may have been apprehended in India.
I started getting phone calls from people that had seen it, some from out of the country.
Everman Police Chief Al Brooks says the news caught him by surprise. A surprise that is welcome in a case where there have been searches with no signs of little Noel.
At many points in this case, it's been emotional. And there's more emotional times to come, I'm sure.
At 4, I'm Karen Borda.
And I'm Ken Molesina. We got word of just learned, Nicole.
Yeah, Ken and Karen, this is one of those cases that we never forgot about, right? The last confirmed sighting that we knew of Singh, that was in March of 2023. So we're talking 2 years at this point. That's when Singh, her husband, and 6 children got on a flight out of the DF.
Can y'all believe that she made it that long without being apprehended, without being caught? She made it years without being caught. That's crazy work.
Airport headed to India. But you know who wasn't on that flight? 6-year-old Noel Alvarez Rodriguez. He has not been seen since November of 2022, and his family didn't even report him missing for at least 5 months. We went through the whole process. There was an Amber Alert. Authorities searched the family's home in Everman. Even digging in the backyard, they didn't find anything. The family left the country while authorities were still trying to find this Everman boy's body. But a grand jury did indict Singh, you'll remember, in October of 2023 on capital murder, but that's when she fled the country. Noel had special needs. He is now presumed dead, unfortunately. But after they searched and searched, they still never found a body. Again, Cindy Singh is now in custody. It is not clear where she was arrested in India specifically, but we do have a crew on the way right now to the Everman Police Department, hoping to get some more answers from there, and we'll keep you all updated here on.
All right. So this is just beginning. I'm pretty sure her husband had to have known something. And y'all said y'all believe her husband is Indian, which is why they went back there. But apparently India has some very unique laws that apply in that country that don't apply other places, right? But maybe that was some of the reason why they fled there. Maybe it's because the husband might be from there. Who knows? But I'm surprised that she was able to be under the radar for that long and not be caught. But nonetheless, they have her. She's back here. Prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So shout out to Kash Patel, FBI director, and the FBI. When you make it on that list, you are a special kind of stupid. You are a special kind of evil. And I hope that you get the maximum penalty under law. And so it sounds like this is going to be federal charges. So they going to throw the book at her, hit her square in the face with it. So to Noel, young prince, R.I.P. Pray for those other 6 children. With this situation, that dad deserves to lose custody of all of those kids. They need to be just taken out of the custody, period. Okay? I think they're terrible people, in my opinion. Okay? Thank you.